Hi, this is Maggie. Today I'll be looking at the chart of Selena Gomez. Uh, yeah, she's just a wonderful actress, singer. I really like all her music. Her chart was requested by somebody, so I thought I would do it for her. Uh, and it turns out I love every one of her songs. I always play an artist before I do their chart, just to give me like an intuitive feel for them. And I love every one of her songs, but I didn't realize some of them were hers. Like one of them, I forget the name of it, but it sounded just like Gwen Stefani. So I thought it was Gwen Stefani, but she's a great pop artist. Um, so I've done a synastry chart with her and Justin Bieber, but this is her on her own. So she was born um, July 22nd, 1992 in Grand Prairie, Texas. I think she started out probably a child teen actress, and primarily she was an actress, and she graduated into singing. But she's an awesome artist. Her chart is very complex, so I'm not going to have time to do all the every single aspects, but it looks like a pretty complex chart. Um, the geometry of a chart varies. It's kind of like your thumbprint, your footprint. Um, anyway, her sun is in Cancer. It's 29 degrees. It's a critical degree. So it's in Cancer, watery Cancer, making her very, very sensitive and sweet and emotional and probably nurturing. But it's in the 12th house of Pisces. So Pisces is a water house also. Um, yeah, so that's interesting. I just thought of Justin Bieber. He's all Pisces, so that could be part of the attraction there. The 12th house, Cancer. She gets it. This is about her. Um, so her ascendant is Leo, making her a star. She has a loaded first house in Leo. Um, she has Venus in Leo, giving her great attraction and um, making her just very attractive and uh, bringing great roles to her, I believe, in all the arts. She does it all, singing, acting. I don't know her whole resume, but having Venus in Leo in your first house would make you extremely attractive. It would probably give you a full mane of hair. Leos frequently have a full head of hair. um, and Venus right on your ascendant. She was born on your Venus with Venus rising when she was born, so that would make her very beautiful. And to have it in fire sign Leo, it would just make her a leader and very original and extremely creative and sought after because, you know, people are attracted to Leos, and Leos are frequently, front people. I was just thinking like Mick Jagger in the Rolling Stones. He was Leo, so he was like the front man. So she's, people just saw her star quality from probably an early age, and she became a child star and a teen star, maybe with Disney, and now she's a pop star. So that's her loaded Leo first house. Her personality just shines, and because Leo is on the ascendant and it's an intercepted house with Cancer, it gives her a sweetness too. I mean, she projects star quality and sweetness at the same time. Uh, when I think of Cancer, I think of vulnerability. It could be emotional, nurturing, sensitive, very sensitive, intuitive. So anyway, her first house, she has Venus rising. She has Leo ascendant. She has Chiron, the wounded healer. Um, and she has Mercury, the planet of communication. So she communicates her beauty and her passion through her music, her acting, her just being herself, you know, her personality would be very, very strong having a Leo ascendant. And people would be drawn to her with Venus there. Um, yeah. Her second house, she has Jupiter. The second house is your money house, your money and assets and what you value. So having the luckiest planet there, Jupiter, is the planet of expansion, and where it is, it just brings you good luck, good fortune. It enlarges that area of your life. So she has it in Virgo, an earth sign that rules work and attention to detail. So it's an earth sign and it's in the second house. So it would just bring massive, probably material wealth to her through her work, because it's in Virgo, through her work. And yeah, I mean, her work could be, because it's in Virgo, also it could expand work, well, work, health, attention to detail, but it's, you know, that's just a money house. So that's the way I first read it, was, yeah, she makes buck through her work. Very good fortune through her work and all her connections. And she's very earthy. She's got a lot of earth. So it's trine. It's an easy flowing aspect to Capricorn, to Neptune in Capricorn. And so Neptune is her work. Neptune rules Pisces. And so that's her singing. That's her singing, her acting. You know, she's able to portray different roles, because Pisces and Neptune is all about imagination and fantasy. And so having Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn in the work house, that's very earthy. So her work is where her music and acting is one. And to have Uranus there would be changeability, give her a lot of changeability, and it seems like she's had that in her career. Also, that's the house of work and health, but anyway, I was talking about the trine. The trine between, that just means they're in the same element. So Jupiter in Virgo is trine Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn. So she makes a lot of money through her career, which is singing. And with Uranus there, just, you know, she mixes it up, and you know, just, it's probably her work could be very changeable. Yeah. She has Pluto in the 4th house in Scorpio, so that's the ruler of Scorpio. Makes her very, very powerful. And that's the house of the home, the mother. So she probably had a very, very strong mother, I would say. Yeah, and yeah, so Pluto and Scorpio in the 4th house it's your home environment, your mother. So I have no idea how she grew up, but it, you know, it may have been there may have been, because Pluto's the planet of transformation in Scorpio. So she's probably been through a lot of transformations in her life, either through her childhood or maybe her mother or some environmental factor, because the 4th house is ruled by the moon. The moon represents the mother, and it's Cancer's house, and she is a Cancer, so she has it in a water house, Scorpio, and the ruler there as well. So it just makes it a very, very strong house. So she may have had a Plutonian mother, or, you know, some kind of transformation or powerful presence in her home environment. Her north node is 0 degrees. That's like her fate, her destiny, what you strive towards in this life. And she has it in the 5th house of Leo, which is, you know, what she's fulfilled through her acting. Sorry about the lighting in here. Her acting, her singing, and her career. She was meant to do that because it's in the 5th house of Leo, but it's 0 degrees. 0 degrees Capricorn. So her true node, or her north node, she was meant to have a career. You know, Capricorn rules the midheaven, the 10th house of career. So she was meant to have a career because it's in Capricorn, but it's in the 5th house of Leo. And that's, you know, being a star. Being a star, being like, you know, expressing herself creatively, which she does through acting and singing. So she was meant to do that for a career. And she did put it up in the midheaven, and that's Capricorn's domain. She put her singing up in the midheaven. Because I'm jumping all over the place, but anyways, because she has Mars, the planet of, it's the ruler of Aries, the planet of drive and ambition and, you know, will, very strong will. Trying to fix the lighting in here. Very strong will in Taurus, in her career house, in Capricorn's house. So that's another indicator, and it's also the ruler of the voice. You know, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. She has Mars, so she has always strived for a career, or it just kind of came to her with Venus and Leo attracting it to her. But she worked very, very hard because she has these Earth trines between, you know, she has the planets in Capricorn in her 6th work house. She has Jupiter expanding her work and career in the 2nd house, making money, just bringing her good luck, good fortune with money through the roles and her, you know, expressing herself through the arts. And also having Mars trine, you know, all these earth signs in Taurus just reinforces the Jupiter in Virgo 2nd house. It just because that is Taurus's house, the 2nd house. So and it's up in the midheaven, the career sector. So that just reinforces that she was meant to have a career, and, you know, it was put up there through Mars, through her hard work and ambition and her will. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so it would be through singing, and she, you know, has the ability to make a lot of money through her work, through her career. And she did put something up in her midheaven, quite a bit. Her moon is in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. It's ruled by Mars. So she has both the moon, and her midheaven is 0 degrees. Yeah, her midheaven is 0 degrees Taurus, so that's a critical degree. So she was meant to put something up in the midheaven, and she did. And the moon in Aries makes her very fiery, along with the Leo ascendant. They're both fire signs, so she's very, internationally acclaimed artist because the moon, being in Aries, sits in the 9th house of Sagittarius, so that would give her appeal to, you know, to different cultures, you know, just people from all over the world would be, and it would give her a very strong personality because the 9th house, Sagittarius, is a fire sign, and Aries is a fire sign. So Aries, the moon feels at home in a fellow fire sign. So, but she's got some squares going on. yeah, you know, I'm not going to have time to get into all her aspects, but she has some squares going on. It's a 90-degree challenging angle from uh, her midheaven, her career sector from the moon, basically. Her moon in Aries to the stuff in Capricorn in her sixth house of work and health. So maybe something work and health somehow are interfering with her career in some way, or I don't know. But so those are challenging aspects. Let's see, and she has challenging aspects from all her stuff in the first house. Her Venus, her ascendant, yeah, to Pluto. Those are square as well. To Pluto and Scorpio in the fourth house. So something about home or family or the environment, you know, and perhaps this stuff gets some inconjuncts too. Like I said, this is a complex chart, so this is a brief overview, but the inconjuncts in the sixth house of work and health, they're in Capricorn, so that would be like her career, her work. With Neptune there, that would be her singing, but it could also be the fact that it's inconjunct her ascendant. That just means it's kind of like hidden from view. You know, it's like one over. Anyway, basically, it could be undiagnosed medical problems, perhaps, or something, because Neptune could be like illusion or you know, some kind of fogginess, or maybe something about her work or health or singing. Only because it's in conjunct to her ascendant, and your ascendant is yourself, it's your body, it's you. So that definitely stands out. She has Saturn, the ruler of Aquarius, in the seventh house of relationships. So that is really solid for partnerships, and it's actually in conjunct Jupiter as well. Jupiter in Virgo in the second house. So anyway, Saturn's the ruler of Aquarius. So you know, she would probably crave a stable relationship, but it's in humanitarian Aquarius and air sign. So she I don't know how that would play out in her life, actually. Yeah, I have Saturn in the seventh house as well, but you know, it depends what element it's in. It depends on a lot of different factors. However, like I said, it's a complex chart. It's Saturn, her relationship house, is opposed to her ascendant, and it's opposed to her Venus. So, and Saturn can cause separation and restriction, and sometimes hardships, separation, loss. So, you know, I really don't know her life story or anything, but yeah, there may be some issues, you know, with partnerships or with relationships somehow. Yeah, so she may want her wishes fulfilled, but there may be something blocking it somehow. Yeah, so back on a positive note, she has a lot of positives, you know, in her chart. Her sun is square the moon, though. The moon is Aries, which is a wonderful moon, very assertive, you know, brought her to stardom. It helped to bring her to stardom, along with Mars up in Aquarius, they're both, you know, near the midheaven. So I'm looking at both of them. Yeah, so, oh, where was I going with this? Oh, the square. Yeah, the square. Well, the squares to from her moon to her workhouse. I think I already talked about those. To Uranus and Neptune and Capricorn. So that's just a very challenging aspect somehow. Maybe work and health are getting in the way of her expressing who she is, because Aries is, you know, expressing yourself, rules the first house. Yeah. Let's see what else. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go over all her aspects. I'm just kind of jumping around, seeing what kind of stands out. But there are some that do stand out. So her elements are moon and fire, Aries, cardinal fire, and fixed. Let's see, fixed. She has fixed Leo. Fixed Leo can be, you know, they can be kind of stubborn. Mercury, Venus, Chiron, and the Ascendant. So that's pretty awesome to have all that Leo in your first house. That's a very, very attractive, strong personality, and a star. Definitely a star in her own right. Air, she has Saturn, and that's in her partnership relationship house. So it is the ruler of Aquarius. It's an air sign. So, but it's opposed to her Venus. So, you know, I just wish her all the luck in relationships. Like I say, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, but let's see. So that's her only air element. Earth, she has a ton of earth that brought her a lot of money and success. She has Uranus, Neptune, and her North Node in Capricorn in her work and health house. So that brought her her career. She worked really hard for it, and she made a lot of money. Jupiter drew money to her, drew success to her through her second house, lucky Jupiter, money house. Mars in the midheaven. Mars and the midheaven count as like two major angles. The midheaven 0 degrees, and Mars and Taurus. She was born to make money and to put a career up there, which she did. So that's Earth. A lot of Earth, and Earth is common sense and practicality, and you know, they're very hard workers. They're not afraid to get out and work to make money. And then Jupiter, she has Jupiter in the workhouse. So she is a hard worker, extremely hard worker, with all this Earth and Capricorn and Virgo and stuff in the midheaven and Mars. She is so driven, and all the fire sign energy as well. All the Leo, first house Leo stuff, and then the moon in Aries. I would think it'd be very important for her to meditate, you know, just to relieve some of the stress. So where I was going before was the moon was square the sun, which her moon in Aries is square the sun in Cancer. But you know, her sun is 29 degrees, so she is practically a double Leo. She is practically a double Leo. 29 degrees, a critical degree, but she is a sweet Pisces. Yeah, so just the sun, you know, a 90-degree aspect can be a challenging aspect. And to have your moon square the sun, it's just kind of like a inner conflict, or just, you know, you're just challenged. You're just challenged to work harder, you know, or maybe she's more driven because of it. You know, a lot of times challenging aspects can, you know, bring out the best in us. So, so her water, yeah, she's primarily Earth. So worker bee and fire. Fire is her powers of attraction, which she really has. And Venus is her beauty and powers of attraction. First house, Leo. So her water is the Sun and Pluto. So the Sun in Cancer in the 12th house, which is Pisces house, gives her extreme intuition. And that could be the attraction with Justin Bieber because, you know, he's all, I believe he was all 12th house in Pisces. So that's where they would connect. But this is about her, sorry. So her Sun in Cancer in the 12th house and Pluto in the 4th house in Scorpio. So that's very, very deep water, you know. There may be only 2 water placements, but they're very strong placements because the Sun is in the 12th house, in Pisces house, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, so in the 4th house of the home. So anyway, yeah, it's a very interesting chart, and you know, I wish her all the best. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. And yeah, you know, some charts are just a lot more complex than others. So, you know, I try to be positive. You know, there's some real positives in this chart, but there's challenges as well. You know, and we all have those. And if we didn't have them, we wouldn't evolve. So all the best to Selena. Great artist. Thank you.